Hello everyone, welcome back. So curiosity got the better of me today, and I was curious to see if I could make soft points and if they would be accurate. Okay? I mean, making them, yeah, I know I can make them. Question is, would they be accurate? So uh, I'm using PMC X-Tax. So normally these are pointy bullets, right? You can see the pointy one there. So what I did is I just grinded that down a tad little bit to where I believe is the lead. Now, unlike a soft point where you can look at it and you can see, yeah, that's clear lead. With this, when you grind it down, it's like, did I get to the lead or am I looking at copper? There it is. I think I went in deep enough that I'm in the copper, in the lead. I didn't want to go any. I didn't want to go too deeper because I'm lightening up the bullet. So I made 5 of them. And we're gonna test out these 5, and we're gonna see what kind of a grouping we get with these 5 over here. Now the way I did this is first I put them in the calipers, right, one by one, and I marked them with a marker. Okay. Then I used the grinder to grind down just to that level where the marker starts. And then what I did is I put the calipers on it, okay? And then I used the stone to get them like almost all perfect, okay? Now you might say, how perfect can I possibly get them? Well, here's the thing. I mean, when you shoot, muzzle loaders, right? Because I shoot muzzle loaders. I mean, you can get those pretty accurate out to 100 yards. And those, like lead bullets in a muzzle loader, are nowhere near as uniform as these are to begin with. Okay, so let's get these in the magazine. So I'm almost shooting at 50 yards. I didn't want to go to 100 yards because I don't know what these are going to do. I don't know if they're just going to tumble. If I go to 100 yards, I was afraid that I might not even get on the paper, in which case we would have no idea of the accuracy that we got here. So hold on, in case anybody's interested, as far as the exact length that I got these down to, loosen this up. So most of them are at 2, 1, 8, 9. Okay, 2 inches, 1, 8, 9. So that's and it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can go a little bit more, a little bit less. I wanted to go deep enough to, I think, get to the lead. But I didn't want to change the weight of the bullet too much. Now, by no means am I suggesting that you guys hunt with this, okay, or even do it. I mean, it's just an experiment for shits and giggles. I'm curious what the accuracy is going to be. So this ammunition is not this PMC X-Tac in 55 55 grains is not the most accurate. I mean, it usually comes in, I think, at 2.5 to about 2.5 MOA. So we're shooting at 50 yards, but yeah, no, it's not like super accurate ammunition to begin with. accuracy is decent. The accuracy has changed. I just look at the box. I just remembered that I changed the scope yesterday, the mount yesterday to a 20 MOA mount. It's actually, I did a video on that. It's really like 15, but everything's hitting high because I never readjusted the scope. And the reason is because I'm still undecided if I'm gonna keep this mount. I did order another one, but anyway, let me go get the. Let me go get the So we got 4 shots. I mean, I was holding here again because of the scope being. I haven't adjusted the scope for the mount. I'm impacting over here, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. One up there. I think I pulled that one, so it looks like they're in an inch. Hold on, let me pause the camera and get a tape. So we got 4 inside of 1 inch. It's actually it's actually 3/4 of an inch, and then with the 4th one we're 1.5 inches. Like I said, I think I threw that. What I want to do now is I want to take 5 shots just with the regular ammo. I was gonna move the tape down here, but I actually want to see if we get a change in the height of impact. So, like, I want to see if the heavier bullets do in fact come a little bit lower. I'm gonna put squares around this one so we can see them. All right, I'm gonna pause the camera while I go down there. You guys don't need to see me walk down there. Okay. Yeah, if I had remembered that I had to adjust the scope, I would have put the bullseye at the bottom. I remember now. The reason why I did not adjust the scope is I got another mount coming in, and I want to see if there's a difference in the point of impact between the two 20 MOA mounts, because this one, the way I'm measuring this one, the change is actually 15 MOA on this particular one. So trying to find out if it's something about the way I'm measuring it, or if there's actually something wrong, you know, or if the mount itself is actually off. So the only way I'm going to know for sure is if I leave it the way it is and just you know, compare it to the other one that comes in without changing any of the settings on the scope. Okay, so all right, so now we're gonna shoot these PMC X-Tacs. Okay, these are full metal jacket. Okay, unlike the other ones that were modified metal jacket. look at that. So, I think maybe went a tad bit higher. This one is the center of this group. I think that was a cold shot up here. So that was the first shot I think I fired today. So that also might have been the reason why that's up there. So the center of these 4 is right there. The center of these is about a ½ inch higher right there. So we got 2 touching there. Those are like right next to each other. I mean, I might have pulled that one up there. So if we take the best 4 here, we've got an inch, 3/4 of an inch. The best 4 here, we're less than 3/4 of an inch. I mean, with the 4th one, we're at an inch. Now, interesting thing here is, if you see this shifted from here to here, why did it do that? Nothing to do with the bullet. That was the first time I shot the group. I forgot to check the bubble level over here. Okay. The second time when I got on the gun, I looked at it and I said, "Oh shit, I got to roll it." I looked at the bubble level. See, what happens is the ground out there is slightly crooked. I forget which way. So if I just try to line up my scope to the ground, I'm always going to be a little bit canted. So that's why I have to remember to look at the bubble level. And it's just a minor adjustment, but you can see how that minor adjustment of canting the gun, it went from being like 1 inch off to the left to being almost center over here. Okay. So for years I've been like struggling with these. Why am I hitting 1 inch to the left today? Why am I 1 inch to the right tomorrow? And the issue this whole time has been the fact that the ground was slightly crooked, and a lot of times I'm slightly canted, and the bubble level allowed me to stay consistent with that, because now I'm always leveling off to gravity rather than what the shape of the earth is at whatever location I happen to be shooting at. Okay, so you can see the first time how it just shifted left. Second time I shot, I checked the bubble level and it was pretty straight. So that's a pretty important thing to have on any rifle that you want like consistent accuracy with. You got to have a bubble level here. On some of them, like if I have a magnifier in the back, I just put it up here on the front. Works fine. I mean, these Palmetto rails, Palmetto AR-15. These Palmetto rails have like they lock the rail in place. They're I think called anti-rotational, so the rail is not going to roll on you because of these little things here. So that rail is always going to be like that. So again, we're looking for consistency. It doesn't matter even if the rail is like consistent. As long as the rail is consistent in one position, we can make consistent hits. Okay, so that was interesting. So yeah, filing down the bullets a tad bit to getting to what I think is the lead, to make, let's say, homemade soft points. Didn't, as long as you're doing it the way I did it, measuring it with the calipers, use the grinder to take it down a lot and then file it down perfect. you can still get nice tight groups as long as you're consistent. So it's all about shooting is about consistency. You know, it's about being able to repeat the thing over and over and over and over again. It's about repeatability. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have a gun that like constantly shoots, let's say, to the right, as long as it's doing it consistent. You know where to hold. You know, because I got some old lever action ones that like shoot to the right. You know, you got fixed sights. Well, as long as I know what it's doing and it's doing it consistent, I'm fine. I can hit my target. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check your subscriptions because YouTube unsubscribes people, and I'm gonna include a playlist underneath on this scope. This is the Primary Arms 525 by 56. I've got a whole bunch of videos on this that I've been working on this scope. I mean, although this video wasn't specific about this scope, just the fact that it has a 25 magnification, even at 50 yards, really allows me to, have a good point of aim. And, I could see that at 50 yards, even with these tight, 3/4 inch groups, I could see I was moving a little bit, so I can do better. So, it's a great training tool. So, talk to you all soon.